Hey, uh, recording. I'm recording again. Um, the little last video didn't do too bad. Not in views, but it works. So I have that to be grateful for. Um, I got some news. Uh, Yesterday I went out and I helped volunteer at our local shelter. At the local shelter. Um, and it felt good to do something. Um, I moved some things around in the apartment. I felt a little bit normal. Like things were going average for me, which is rare. I'm usually extremely depressed and kind of out of it. I think the voices, because I have schizophrenia, the voices are getting a bit worse again. I think I'm becoming more irrational and crazy. Um, Beyond that, I feel like I'm a bit of a mess right now. Um, my normal routine, I haven't done for about a day. I still gotta walk my dog, feed her, uh, do the dishes, take out the trash. But I also have to make my bed. A few days ago, uh, my a mess was made on the bed, and I had to clean it up. And I took it out to the laundry machine area that my apartment has. I cleaned it up. I brought it back in. Um, I just haven't gotten around to actually putting my sheets back on my blanket. I've just been sleeping on a mattress. Yeah. Um, Working over at the shelter made me feel normal, but I'm not able to go there for the next couple of days because the driver that takes me there, because I don't have a car, um, you can't go there for the next few days, so I can't go. Um, uh, I have a shower routine as well. I since I don't do much, um, I shower Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today is, I think, Tuesday night. Um, yeah, because I I set it up so that I do videos every Tuesday and Wednesday, and I didn't mean to nearly miss the mark this bad because it's nighttime on Tuesday. I shower Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, and Tuesday and Thursday, I take it easy. Um, I don't do much. It's really difficult being an adult. Um, just paying attention to how many socks or underwear you have, or like the type of clothes that you wear. Most of the pants that I wear hardly fit. I'm wearing one that fits, but it's so tight on me that I have to button it at the bottom of the cross section between my knee and waist. I have to button it there, and then pull it up. I don't know if that's too much information, but yeah. Um, Also, uh, I found a few old friends on Facebook. I know a lot of people say don't go on Facebook. A lot of the stuff is cringy or fake or very obviously fake, and it it really is. But there's just some like there's like entertainment there for me to like avoid a lot of issues going on emotionally. I I deal with a lot of depression, and watching really dumb videos sometimes helps. It dulls the pain. Uh, I do end up doom scrolling. Um, I think, I think that's the term for doom scrolling, where you just keep going through, and then looking at something, and then going through and through again until something catches your eye. Um, Going through a lot of cyanide and happiness shorts, which are very like dark humor and uh, depression involved animation. It's kind of, I don't know if it's good for me to watch that kind of thing, but anything that makes me laugh, it kind of helps. Um, I've been noticing that I've actually been laughing a bit more as well. Uh, yeah. Oh, as well. Tuesday during the day, I got a delivery by Factor, which is a food delivery service, and they deliver fresh meals every week, and I almost ended up putting all of it in the freezer, and then I looked it up, and apparently it's really bad for you to put that kind of stuff in the freezer. You're supposed to put it in the fridge and have it weekly for the full week. And I knew I was supposed to have it for the full week. I just didn't know that you weren't allowed to freeze it. I thought it would be safer, but it turns out not. Um, they've got a lot of diet approved meals or diet nutrition approved meals. Apparently, they have chefs. I don't think so. That's what they said. Uh, but it's better than eating nothing. Because these last couple of weeks, I've been having nothing but coffee and junk food. And a few days ago, and the few days ago before that, I had 2 episodes where I nearly fainted, and I felt really faint-hearted and faint-headed. Um, and I felt worse afterwards when I tried to have some coffee. It it got a bit worse, and I think it has something to do with me eating nothing but bad food and coffee, because coffee I think needs something to burn inside, like an apple or like a fruit at least, or something like that. That's why I tried to have like a fruit as well with when I was having that spell, the second spell. Um, but it still didn't go away. It just maybe it went away a bit quicker than the first time. Um, I'm not sure. I think you need I think you need ample food for coffee to work, or else you'll it's like a motor starting up. It just won't go. Um, and again, let's see. Currently, right now, I feel like a bit of a mess because I haven't gotten a lot of my chores done today. I just woke up. Um, Backward sleeping schedule. I nearly had it fixed this last morning, but I went to sleep at around 6 or 7 when I could have stayed up at like 12 or 1 and pushed it further. Yeah. Um, so I have a messed up sleeping schedule, and my house is a bit of a mess, and yeah, it kind of sucks. Um, still don't still don't have a lot of friends um, to hang out with, or family really. Um, I talk to my brother occasionally. I think I've already talked about this. Yeah, still don't have much of a life, but because I went over to the shelter to volunteer and help out, I felt like I was doing something right. Like I was fulfilling something in me that gave me a reason to keep living. Yeah, and well, at least starting tomorrow, I'll have like proper like diet. They looked pretty small, but they had like multiple ingredients and like vegetables and all that. At least I'll have like a meal 3 times a day, and I'll be able to function a bit better. Um, and then the day after tomorrow, I'll be able to go and go to the shelter again and help out. There was a guy who was talking about my drawing and how like my skill for drawing, not an actual drawing. And I told him I was in the process of making a comic, and I was 7 pages in, and it took me a full year just to get those 7 pages for me to draw them, and then they ended up getting stolen. I had this whole storyline and character arcs and villains and superheroes, and it was a superhero comic, and it had a lot going for it. And I ended up having like a mental breakdown at like at like a mental health activity zone place thing that's for people who deal with issues, and they usually have like classes and stuff, and you go and join for free. And I ended up having a freak out, and I talked to a counselor there. They recommended that I go to a mental health ward, which I did. And then afterwards, that took me about a month to go through. And afterwards, I came back and found out that I left my window open, and my apartment was ransacked and stolen. Well, people came in, someone came in and stole, and my flash drive, which held all my comic book pages, was stolen as well. Uh, when you take something like that away, it's like taking away a reason to live, because I worked so hard on that. And I don't know where to start or begin again, because I haven't drawn in like months, like a real drawing. Um, I'm scared I don't have the skill to do it anymore. Um, but I still like when I was at the shelter, and somebody was talking about it, was talking to me about my comic. I kind of felt invigorated. I always bring my sketch pad and like a mechanical pencil when I head over to the shelter because this has happened before, and I felt better like I did yesterday. And sometimes I and sometimes I draw unhealthily. That has happened. Um, Due to my past, I have mental health issues, and sometimes I'd express them in the drawings. Um, yeah, I hope this is about 15 minutes. I guess I could um, call it here. Uh, I guess 15 minutes should be like my average. I was going for 10, but I talk a bit. Um, so yeah, I guess I'll make some larger videos. Uh, Try to do Tuesday and Thursdays, and if the traction gets big enough, or if people, I don't know how, I'm not gonna make a mark for it, but if enough people like it, I guess try to I'll move it to doing it daily, and just talking about my issues and the things I deal with. Um, I think the thing I'm really struggling with um, this last year since I came out of a shelter, and because I was homeless, I was living in a shelter, the same shelter that I volunteered at yesterday. Um, since I was I lost my train of thought. Since I came from the shelter into an apartment, the biggest thing that I've been having to deal with, as far as what causes my depression, has to deal with being social and talking to people and being around other people, which ironically could be solved if people liked my vlogs. I I I know how like a lot of the how like a lot of traction or audience retention goes. I used to have a full audience back in the day, but it's hard to put up like an actual face to be entertaining, or to like talk about stuff that's current day that isn't offensive. It's just I could brush my hair, I could take a shower before this, I could try my best, but I'm kind of at this point where I'm barely, I'm not even on my feet. I'm barely trying to get up from the massive amount of depression I feel and the pain I feel. So it's hard for me to focus on being relative and entertaining, even though I have been that. Like I have garnered an audience of around 30,000. I know how to generally speak or act that way, but I'm just too tired for that kind of thing. Yeah. Well, it's almost 20 minutes. I'll um I'll cut it off here. Um if you watched this long, thank you for watching. Uh I don't mean to take up too much of your time if I have. Um Thank you for watching. My name is Jason, and subscribe or like if you like this. Hopefully this video works. Um, Goodbye.